What's going on, y'all, man? It's 12 gauge 365, man, and I'm back at y'all with another video. It's kind of a little switch up from what I usually post. I usually post a lot of gun content. I'm a real big fan of the 2A community, and post a little bit more video game content. I love playing video games in my off time. If I do get any off time, I'm a two-time father now, so with kids, man, life gets a little busy, but I do want to get back to posting a lot more video game content. I'm also a professional MMA fighter. I've been training since 2017, but I've been doing martial arts my whole life. So a lot of people that know me, like they know I get down in the fight business too. So and I also am a big fan of football, specifically college football, even more specifically the Auburn football program, as you can see. Real big fan of the Auburn football program and the Ohio State Buckeyes program, but more specifically just the Auburn football program. But I do like Ohio State too. I've been a fan of them since 2006. I want to say they had a real good team in 2006. So yeah, I think that's when I started becoming a fan of the Ohio State program. But just want to give a quick little preview of week one. We got our first game tonight, man, in Baylor. Really been waiting for this a long time, man. For the Auburn football program, this has been a long time coming. Day is finally here for those who got to go to work, man. Just try to let that clock go by as fast as you can so we can get back home and watch this game tonight, man. Yeah, man. So just a couple topic points that I want to make. A couple of points I want to make because I know we want to win this game, but more specifically for me, I just want us to set the tone, man. We want to set the tone for how we're gonna play for the season, and we have a real big first game. So we just want to set the tone, man, and make a good statement for the season, man. Because win, lose, or draw, we gonna always fly that Auburn flag, War Eagle, War Damn Eagle, War Cam Eagle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of that, man. All of that. We still gonna fly that flag if we lose, but for me personally, I just want it to be a game. I just want to see Auburn make a few adjustments that we normally don't see from them, man. Specifically, we want to see the QB play, we want to see the defense, and we want to see the play calling, man. Those are the three talking points those are the 3 points that I want to make, because I feel like if we show up strong in those areas, there's no way we don't win this game. But it's one of those 50-50 games for me. Auburn could win by a big margin, Auburn could lose by a big margin. The game could pretty much be split even, you know what I'm saying? We really don't know. It's really kind of a toss-up for me. Obviously, I'm expecting Auburn to win this game, but look, if we don't do these 3 things, I just don't see it happening because, for one, the QB play. I mean, Peyton Thorne, man, love the guy, but he just wasn't it. He just wasn't it. He had 1 or 2 games last year where I really felt like he played really well, but obviously, how college football is. Sometimes those weeks you don't really get that big of a competition, and obviously he shined in those few games. But there's a lot of times, there was a lot of games that we should have blew the team out, and Peyton Thorne just couldn't get it together. So we've had a really rough go at it in the quarterback room. Hopefully with these additions over the summer, we can see a change in that. I mean, obviously we got a good recruiting Deuce Knight, freshman coming in. I don't know how much we'll see him play. Hugh has been really ambiguous about what's going on in the quarterback room. I mean, obviously we got Jackson Arnold transfer from Oklahoma. He's in a much better position than he was last year. We know he didn't really get he didn't have a good O-line, and but I feel like he still played decent given what he had last year with Oklahoma, and I feel like he's in an even better position. But so I mean, you saw what they did against Alabama last year. I mean, they couldn't score more than 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it was a blowout game. But still, though, I feel like there's a lot of questions that need to be answered from Jackson Arnold. And being that he's in a better position, he's got a better wide receiver room. Everybody knows what we got in our wide receiver room, man. Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton. I feel like we got one of the best wide receiver tandems in the SEC right now. I mean, quote me if I'm wrong, man. I just feel like, with those 2 wide receivers, I don't see how Jackson Arnold don't throw for more than 4,000 yards today. Not 4,000 yards today, but I don't see how he doesn't have a 3,000 to 4,000 yard passing season. With those 2. Yeah, but it's college football. You never know what's gonna happen. But especially I feel like with this first week, there's gonna be a lot of mismatches that we can exploit on the offense and defensive side of defensive side of the ball. So it just depends on how Jackson Arnold wants to play. I feel like he can play lights out, but he's gonna have to. And who knows, man, especially going to the defense. I'm hearing that the defense is playing so well that he was trying to tell them to back off a little bit so Jackson Arnold can get his confidence up. So I just, one thing, I know that says a lot about Auburn's defense, but I don't know how to feel about that statement. That's just one of those things, man, with Hugh. Like, I love Hugh as a coach. I feel like he's doing some great things for the program, but I just don't, he ain't really giving me much to go off on, man. You know, 1 week he's kind of trashing Jackson Arnold, and another week he's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, he's praising Deuce Knight. It's just like, bro, like what do you play? And then the next week he's saying that he might play all three quarterbacks. Like, you know, he just like, me personally, I don't have much to go off on. So everything I'm saying is just speculatory. So I can't really pinpoint what direction Auburn's going to go in the quarterback room. I just know what Jackson Arnold can do, and I know what Jackson Arnold can be, and we already know what Deuce Knight is. Everybody knows he's a dog. Like, it's just a matter of time before we see him play. Who knows, man? You know, one thing I don't want to happen is I don't want Jackson Arnold to go out there, make a few mistakes, and get so down on his confidence that we end up having to put in a true freshman in a big game like Baylor. You know, that could be a big game for Deuce Knight. That might be too big of a moment for him. So that's the thing. Like, I have a lot of excitement and a lot of nervousness as an Auburn fan. Like, this game could go downhill fast, and we could come out hot. We could come out swinging. You know, we just really don't know. One thing I do want to say is that the offense has to match up with the defense. We've seen too many games where Auburn's defense is playing lights out. They looking like one of the best defenses in freaking college football, and then the offense can't get it together. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta see consistent. We gotta see consistent play across the board, man. So. You know, I don't really have too much to say about this game, for real. You know, like I said, there's a lot of podcasters saying a lot more than I am about it. I just want to give my quick 2 cents about it. But, yeah, man, it's just really, like I said, I feel like this game could go either way. My final prediction of the game, I want to go Auburn 31, Baylor 27. But, again, this could be a high-scoring game. We could see, you know, 30, 40 points dropped on both sides. Like, we just, like, I don't know, man. It's Auburn. Like, we have the most, we have the most Rain Man type seasons ever. Like, we went to the BCS National Championship with a cornerback starting as a quarterback. So I don't know, man. I really don't know what to expect out of the season, man. I'm always going to be an optimistic Auburn fan, but I gotta call a spade on this one. So, like I said, man, if we can utilize those matchups on offense, like I said, I mean, if we can utilize those matchups on offense and defense, like I say, like it could be definitely a beneficial game for us, so we can set the tone for the rest of the season, man. And who knows, man? We might go 8-4, we might go 9-3. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Who knows? I don't want to have another 7-5 season. I really think we're gonna start losing a lot of crews if we have another lackluster season. Man, I don't know, man. All I can say is I'm hopeful, and we're gonna see what it is, man. Like I said, man. I mean, Kendrick Falk, Kyron Crawford, Malik Blockton. I feel like those are 3 key pieces on defense that can utilize those matchups. We can really get that offensive line held if we want to. And obviously with Eric Singleton and Cam Coleman, like I said, we already know what we got on offense, man. We got one of the best wide receiver duos in the SEC, probably in college football. Like, you know, I don't see how we don't win at least 9 games off of that, but who know, and that's with Alabama included, because everybody knows it gets weird. It gets weird when it's time for that Iron Bowl. So, you know, I don't see how we don't win at least 9 games, but it's Auburn. We gonna have to see, man. So, yeah, I'm gonna give a prediction for the actual season after tonight's game. Yeah, man, I'm headed into work. Like I said, I'm gonna be watching that clock all day. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna miss this one. I try not to miss any games, but you know, do the work and stuff like that, man. Who knows? I think, who knows what's going to happen with my schedule. But I do know today, like, I can get off at a good time today, man. I'm getting off at 4. So, yeah, I'm going to be at home with my popcorn and my sodas ready. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see what's going to happen, man. So, like I said, man, I do think it's going to be, I want to say, like, final score maybe 31-27. And like I said, it could be 40 points scored on both sides, man. Who knows? So yeah, man, just stay tuned, and we're gonna keep this content going, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna give a prediction of the whole season when this game is concluded. So yeah, man, it's gonna be another hopeful season for Auburn, man. So like I said, man, we pushing for 8-9 wins this year. So yeah, let's do it. I feel like that'll be a good start, especially having a good late push in the recruiting season this year. So, man, who knows, man? We're gonna see. Hey, let's get to it, man. We're gonna see y'all on the next one, man. 12 gauge out.